Have you ever found yourself standing at the edge of an abyss, staring into a darkness so profound that it seems to swallow all light? Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the limits of your understanding? In those moments when the world you knew crumbles into nothingness, what would you do if the very ground beneath your feet gave way, leaving you to fall endlessly into the unknown? Dear seekers, today we embark on a journey through the deepest recesses of the human soul. We embark on a journey that many fear but few truly understand. It is a journey of darkness. It is a journey of desolation, and yet paradoxically, it is a journey of profound light. This is the journey what mystics have called the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul is not merely a concept, it is a living, breathing experience. It is not something you read about in books or hear about from others. It is something that, if it happens to you, will shake you to your very core. It is a passage, it is a rite of initiation into the deepest mysteries of existence. And let me tell you, it is not a journey for the faint of heart. In our lives, we are often taught to seek the light. We are often taught to avoid the dark, to pursue happiness, and flee from suffering. But the dark night of the soul is a reminder that the soul's true growth often happens not in the light but in the dark. The night is not something to be feared, it is something to be embraced. Because in the darkness, the soul finds its true essence. The journey begins when you least expect it. One day, you find yourself surrounded by everything you once held dear, and yet there is an emptiness, there is a void that seems to swallow you whole. The things that once gave you joy no longer do. The people who once brought you comfort seem distant. The beliefs you once held as unshakable truths begin to crumble like sand slipping through your fingers. This is the beginning of the dark night of the soul. But understand this, the dark night is not a punishment, it is not a curse, it is a blessing in disguise. Though it may take time for you to see it as such, it is the soul's way of shedding the old, it is the soul's way of burning away the dross so that the pure gold within you can emerge. It is a process of alchemy where the base metals of your ego, your attachments, your false identities are transformed into the gold of pure being. During this time, you will feel lost, you will feel abandoned, you will feel as though the very ground beneath your feet has been ripped away and you are falling into an abyss with no end. But this is precisely the point. The dark night strips away everything you thought you were so that you can discover who you truly are. You may find yourself asking, why me? Why now? But these questions will only lead you deeper into despair. Instead, ask yourself, what is this darkness here to teach me? What is this night revealing about the true nature of my soul? The dark night is a teacher, albeit a harsh one. It doesn't coddle you, it doesn't comfort you, it pushes you to your limits and then beyond. It is only in this breaking, it is only in this shattering of the false self that the true self can emerge. And so the mystic understands that the dark night is not the end, but a beginning. It is the beginning of a journey into the unknown. It is a journey into the depths of the soul where few dare to tread. It is a journey that requires courage, trust, and above all, surrender. Because the more you resist the darkness, the more it will consume you. But if you can surrender to it, if you can allow yourself to be taken into the heart of the night, you'll find that the darkness is not empty. It is full. It is full of the very presence of the divine. The mystic knows that the dark night is a purification. It is a cleansing fire that burns away all that is not real, that burns away all that is not eternal. It is a preparation for the dawn. Because just as the night must give way to the day, so too does the dark night of the soul give way to the light of a spiritual awakening. But this light is not like any light you have known before. It is a light that comes from within. It is a light that illuminates not only the outer world but the inner depths of your being. In the dark night, you come face to face with your own shadow. You come face to face with the parts of yourself that you have hidden away, the fears, the doubts, the insecurities. But it is only by facing these shadows that you can transcend them. It is only by walking through the darkness that you can find the light. And so, dear seekers, do not fear the dark night of the soul. Do not run away from it. Embrace it because it is in the darkness that the seeds of your true self are planted. It is in the darkness that the soul finds its wings, and it is in the darkness that you will discover the infinite, boundless light of your own being. Remember, the night is long, but the dawn is certain. And when the dawn breaks, you will emerge from the darkness not as the person you once were, but as the being you were always meant to be. A being of pure love, a being of pure light, and a being of pure consciousness. This, dear seekers, is the true journey of the soul. This is the dark night, and this is the dawn that follows. Dear seekers, as we journey through the dark night of the soul, it is very, very important to recognize a profound truth, and which is that this dark night is not imposed upon you by some external force. It is a creation of your own mind. The mind, with all its fears, doubts, and attachments, constructs this darkness as a reflection of its own limitations. It is the mind that clings to the known, that resists the unknown, and when it does so, it casts shadows upon the soul. But here lies the secret. The moment you recognize that this darkness is born of your mind, it then begins to dissolve. The illusion fades, and what remains is the radiant dawn of your true, divine, conscious nature. And when the mind's illusions are stripped away, you come face to face with the infinite nature of your being. This is the true dawn. This is the awakening to your divine consciousness. A consciousness that is boundless, eternal, and infinite. In this light, you realize that you're not a limited being confined by the mind's constructs, but a vast, limitless presence, a pure, unbounded awareness. The dark night was but a veil, and now, in its absence, you stand in the full glory of your divine nature, radiant with the light of infinite possibilities and connected to the very source of all existence. This is the true realization. This is the ultimate freedom. And this is the divine truth that lies at the heart of your being.